Let's get back to communicating properly. You know, I I'm certain that human beings need a focal point of communication. You know that there's faithful sources of information, and they come as human beings. You know that because of all the distraction and the comparison, and what I've tried to get across to people is that. You'll find that exceptional human beings um, get along with, and the fans would rather hang out with and get to just appreciate uh, um, uh, exceptional human beings as opposed to competitive human beings. Competitive human beings are not exceptional. Okay. They're egotistical and self-destructive. Okay. Exceptional human beings are like Jesus Christ and Muhammad of Mecca. And I know a lot of people get very upset. I don't give a damn. Okay, if you get upset with me for referring to Jesus as Christ as an exceptional human being, if Jesus Christ is your God, okay, um, you suck at understanding the meaning of the word God. And I have this. This is an issue I have with my family, who I completely adore. Okay, but I understand that because we are denied the beauty of the communications of exceptional human beings by people that are competitive and egotistical, that it's hard for you guys to comprehend or understand an exceptional human being when they're teaching you you don't have to pay with you everywhere, right? And so there's a PayPal commercial on with the football game while I'm sitting here making this. So, hey, he said, don't yell at me, yell at your tech support, right? Okay, so um, yeah, I try to explain that to people over and over again. You do realize that I am the Messiah. We're post-apocalypse, okay? And what corrects artificial intelligence, okay, is largely the existence of one man in a military corridor in the United States, and that man is me. Okay, it says it not just in it doesn't just say it in the Bible and in the it says in the Book of Mormon, Spirit of John, the Quran. I'm not sure about the Torah. I've never read it. I never read the Abrahamic Bible, but I do know that they tell me, he's the one, the pill. He's mentioned numerous times in the Abrahamic Bible. Me, and um, uh, and it's also, this story is also very carefully and a little bit more scientific understanding in documentation and stuff that has to do with Hindu and Buddhist and Shinto and things. So it's pretty cool. So it's pretty neat. Well, because faithful people all communicate together and they work together to make sure that we're doing things, we understand truth, and we're doing things faithfully. So it makes sense. Yeah, I noticed that when I was a kid, and they looked at it, and I remember Professor McMullen talking about that at Mesa Community College. That the Jews, the Muslims, and the Christians are all the same religion, and they're just arguing over schematics. And I was like, oh, okay, that's stupid, isn't it though? Yeah, because religious people don't argue. 2 and 2 is 4. Life's eternal. Grace is infinite. There you go. What are you arguing about? I have no idea what we're arguing about, because I'm a religious person. So you don't argue about religion. No, you understand religion. Okay. If you don't understand religion, you argue about it. If you understand religion, you explain it to people that are arguing with you about it, like Jesus and the Bible and Muhammad and the Quran. And you know what I'm saying? You don't argue. We don't argue. We don't waste our time doing it. Well, I'd rather just, with everyday people that are taught to argue by the idiots at the forts and the military installations, I'd rather just talk about sports and the weather and food and family. But the people that work at military installations, I don't have to argue with you. I've already proven to your technology that I'm correct and you're wrong. So there's no argument to be made. And people at White Sands, people at Los Alamos, people at Fort Bliss, it's like, I'm right, you're wrong. Well, I'm like Jesus. I'm like Jesus. So, I'm a really nice guy. And so he's one of the nicest guys that ever lived. He's so nice. He loves children and he loves families and privacy. And he protects us from the people who use money and spyware to abuse us, especially they are perverts and they're terrible people. They're not nice like Earl. Is Earl so nice? He's so nice. I love him so much. Thank you. Whoever's I'm just kidding around. Thank you, alter ego, and then multiple personality. I'm being silly, but I'm good at this. But guys, just focus on being good people, and focus on Lord's Prayer, Psalms, Proverbs, orale, all the way, every day, okay, and because your children need it. Your grandparents need it, your parents need it, stuff. Hearing people have to deal with sickness and abuse and stress from sickness and abuse, from pollution and industrialization and indoctrination and extortion and exploitation, and then the pollution from the genocide operations of it. It's horrible to have to listen to, and it's in everybody's everyday conversations, especially when they're talking about medical things and healthcare and things like that. And you body mechanic people who have an extortion gig that you call living. No, this ain't living. This ain't living, right? So you got to understand, living is understanding the Gospels, sharing the Gospels, and living the God, and then being the Gospels, and being the living Word. Okay, so you got to understand that's living, yo. Okay, so it's more time for cookies and bread and hunting. Yeah, a lot of guys like to still go hunting. I know lots of my friends and family love to go hunt. They love. I don't know if they love it. They like it. I can't say if they love it. They love their kids and their grandkids. And so when you love your kids and your grandkids, you want to go hunting because that's what we've done for thousands of years to feed them. Okay. It's just part of our DNA and part of our, I don't want to say culture. It's just part of how we are as people. Me, no. Never did like it. Never went with my dad. No. Amazing hunter. Okay. We all know that story about Earl in the military with the marksman and one of the best marksmen in the history of the world. So yeah, it's like the third time I shot a gun in my life. Okay. It's like, you had marksman from, shot better than Mel Gibson's character on Lethal Weapon. Yes. Third time I shot in my life. Right. It was just genetically hardwired in me through my family. We're just that way. And I'm genetically predisposed to be a protecting human being of people that are very aggressive, and I just have the genetics to do it more efficiently, and because more people pray for, he's like King David, so people literally pray for me, okay, to be a healthy, strong person. Please, help deliver us from evil. Please, you're the focal point of faithful communication because you don't waver. So, a lot of that stuff earned it. The nice thing about it is once you guys are living the Lord's Prayer, it only happens in extreme conditions for me. And so it doesn't happen every day. That's the thing I got from people in the military study. They would try to do this all the time. It's like, that's why you can't. When things happen in extreme conditions, things happen. Because I think about it now, it's like, I'm so tired. If they did that, my knee would go out and I would be on my back in the bed for a week, and it doesn't happen that way. When things are extreme, the dopamine, the endorphins go off, and then like when that kid punched me in the face, and I wouldn't even feel it. And when I did the backflip over the couch and things and jumped over Chris, when I did physical feats that other people that train their whole life to be gymnasts or track athletes or they train their whole life, and I could do things off reflex that they can't do, and they've trained their whole life to do it. Okay, like the kid on Dancing with the Stars and stuff, you know. They work really hard at it. It's like, don't do things for praise for people that give you gold medals and marketing contracts, you know, because you won't be able to do things that are necessary to protect your family in extreme conditions. Most of it is psychologically, mentally, and emotionally. Okay, the physiological part, they can poison you, abuse you, try to make you feel inefficient, and you're not. You know, if you're a faithful person who wants to live the Lord's Prayer, they're inefficient, not you. Okay, I love you guys. I'm gonna go. We'll talk tomorrow. Peace out. Be good. Okay. If you're an asshole, it's gonna be really hard to do, but give it the old college try. All right.